Okay, guys. This week's training, we're going to look at the I Am Responding app. Now, this app that I'm working off of is the iOS app. If you have an Android phone, um, the functions will be the same, but the location and how it looks and operates will be a little bit different. So you'll just have to play around. But the main thing is just getting familiar with the features and functions that we have on here. So I'll go ahead and launch it, and it should launch right away to your Now Responding. What this is it's part of your dashboard, and it shows who's responding to a call, and then down at the bottom you hit the respond now, and then it tells you my default location is the scene, but I can change that. If I'm going to go to station, I click on station there, and then it puts me responding. And then like I said, it shows you who's responding there. If we were actually linked, we could actually link it to Ephrata or Akron or Upper Lake Hawk or somebody else that uses the I Am Responding app. We can click over here, and if we're on the call with them, it would actually show us then as well what their staffing is. We don't have that set up. I don't know if that's a feature we will set up, but just letting you know that's what that feature is. So from here, if you scroll to the right, is your on duty screen, and it shows the duty officer, the duty chief who's on. Also, if anybody lists themselves as out of service, it'll be listed here as well. We just encourage you, if you're going to be away for a long period of time, or you're not going to be in service for whatever reason, if you can put yourself down as out of service, that way we know not to expect you, and we know when staffing gets kind of low. And then if you scroll on over again, we have our apparatus status, and this is a great way to keep everybody updated on the status of the apparatus. And to take a piece out of service, you just tap on it, you write a reason. I'm going to say test. You hit done, and then it's listed out of service. Now, all this is done on this app. Nothing is linked to county, so it doesn't put it out with county. You would still have to call county to actually put it out of service. But this is just a way for CAD access members to see if something's out of service or not. And then to put it back in service, you can type the reason, and it's back in service. This is something that we might not use a whole lot of, but it is a feature that's in here. So if we go back and hit the menu button, just go down some of these other features that's on here. We have upcoming events, so we can put fundraisers, trainings, anything special we can put here in events. And then underneath there is incidents. It just shows you some of the past incidents, and you can hit the play button, and it reads off what the location was for that incident. This is a feature. Below it is chats. If you wanted to text somebody specific, you could hit that little square with a pencil in it, and it brings you up all the listed members that have access into I Am Responding, and you can click on one of them. So I'll hit the test member. We also do have here groups. So if you wanted to communicate with just the fire police or everybody or one of the officers or the engine committee, you can go in here and send your message that way. This does not go through the county's text paging. It's totally separate. Some guys had shared that they would rather have messages come through the app instead of coming through county, because they have it set up so when a call comes in, it alerts them. That way these non-emergency calls don't startle somebody, so to speak. But this is an option that we have. So you just pick, like I said there, I picked it test member, hit done, and you can click on it, and you can just type your message, whatever you want to say to them, and hit send, and then they can respond back to you. You can chat that way. Another feature of that right below it is messaging. It's almost more like an email version of this, but it's the same principle. And you can see there, you can send it to their email, send them to their text, or if they have their pager set up. It all depends on how the person has their account set up. And so I'll cancel out of that. This is the scheduling that I talked about on the on duty screen that I said. If you're going to go out of service for a length of time, you can click add a new shift, and it brings your name up, and then you can set the date, the time that you're going to that this shift is going to last. And then if you're going to be out of service, you can say unavailable, and then the reason is out of service or vacation, or you're just not available but you're still in the area, or you're not available because you're at work. That just helps us to know then who's in the area and who's not. So you can hit done, and then that displays on that screen. Another feature that they just added was this available and unavailable right now. If something, for the next 6 hours, 12 hours, you're not going to be around, you click on that, say 12 hours, you pick your reason, you're out of service, you're on your vacation or work, you select that, and then hit save, and then for the next 12 hours, it marks you as out of service, and then after that 12 hours is up, it puts you back in service. So that's a neat little feature that we have as well. Then you go down here to mapping, and this is what I really wanted to show you guys. This is very good for anybody riding the front right seat. For directions, when a call comes up, you can pull up the map and it shows you where the call is and the best way of getting there. It also, I put on here, I have all the hydrants for our area, so it takes a little bit for it to populate. You can see all those yellows in our area. Those are the hydrants. I even have the mile markers on 222 listed. I have the turnarounds listed on 222. And then if we have any special things, like if you see here at RGAL, you can see there at the front door, that's the Knox box location. And then you can click on that, and it gives you information about the Knox box, where it's located, if you'll need a ladder, and then it also has here then where the FDC is located in the building. And then get this moved over here, and as soon as this repopulates, we also put in here our pre-plans. So you can see there's that white little piece of paper. You click on it, you click on documents, and then what document you want to click on, and then it brings up the pre-plan for that. Contact information, any hazards, where the water supply is. It's that the red hydrant across the road is the main water supply for that building. Any other special notes and stuff like that. So that's listed on the map as well. And then another neat feature that I wanted to show you is this feature here. If you click, you see the ruler on the bottom right of that page. You click on the ruler, and then you see on the top left section of the map, it has a little box popped out, and it has feet. So then you want to click, I want to measure, if we get a call at this one farm down here, I click, you see that little pin pop up, and then that's the start point, and then back here at the farm, I clicked again, and now you see it's 1,952.96 feet from the road back to the farm. So that lets us know that we're going to need both pieces of apparatuses, LDH, if we need to do a shuttle or shuttle water back there. that's a great tool. And then you hit the X and it takes it away. Now I want to do this one over here. Oops. Hit the X twice and it takes both points away. Then you can start again. And I want to go back there. There it's 1,240 feet. So that's a great little tool that's on this map as well. So just play around with it, and if you have any other suggestions on what we should put on there, I mean, you can look through here. I have our fill sites. That's what this little white drop is, or the little drop. This is fill site or draft site 29.1. It gives you the address, a rough address for that. So all of our fill sites are in there, and so that map feature is a really great feature to look at. Again, if you have any questions regarding this, please let me know. Also, you can come up here and change some of your settings, how the thing works. If you wanted it to, what you want it to be notified, if you want it to voice message. If you do not want to disturb, you can turn that on, and it pulls up this screen. Like if you're in church and you don't want this to go off, there's a lot of functionality in this that you can play around with. But if you need to change something in your settings, please see me, and I can help you with that to change some of your settings. So I know this was quick, but I hope it at least shows you some functions and features you might not have known that we have with I Am Responding, and play around with it. And again, ask me if you have any questions. So I'll end this one here, and I hope you guys have a great week. We'll talk to you later.